Hey friends, this is episode 140 of the Faith Fitness Joy podcast. Today I am continuing the Creating a Healthy Lifestyle mini-series, and we are talking about hydration and its role in weight loss. So you might be surprised what simply drinking water or increasing your water intake can do for you. So go fill up that cup, get comfy, and join me in today's episode of the Faith Fitness Joy podcast. This is Faith Fitness Joy, and my name is Rochelle Renee. Are you struggling to lose weight, love yourself, and reconnect to who you truly are? Do you wish for more energy and happiness? And do you seek a deeper connection to God, or maybe to grow spiritually? As a single mom working in a demanding full-time job, I felt exactly like this. I struggled with anxiety, depression, and I was in adrenal burnout. I felt like a shell of myself. I was working over 60 hours a week. I was stressed out and spread too thin. I was overweight and I struggled with body dysmorphia. I knew I had to do something really fast so that I could be a better version of me for my kids. Fortunately, I found the way back to myself. I regained my health, I lost weight, I transformed my mindset, and I found healing. Now, my mission is to help other high-performing moms accomplish the same. Faith Fitness Joy is all about achieving health of the mind, body, and soul. If you're ready to lose weight or get fit, improve your nutrition, and step into the happiest, healthiest, highest version of yourself, then Faith Fitness Joy is the podcast for you. All right. Welcome, beautiful souls, to another fabulous episode of the Faith Fitness Joy podcast. I am your coach and host, Rochelle Renee. And this is episode 140. It is the fourth episode of the Creating a Healthy Lifestyle mini-series that I have been doing over the last several weeks. And today we are talking about the power of hydration for weight loss. But before we dive in, as always, please make sure you hit those like and subscribe buttons so you don't miss future episodes. And thank you so much to all of you who are subscribed, who have been subscribed from day one, and new subscribers as well. Thank you so much for over 3,000 subscribers. I am one step closer to my goal of 10,000 subscribers. So I greatly appreciate all of your support and all of you tuning in every week and listening to the podcast. And last but not least, everything I am covering in this mini-series and more is in my ebook, which is called Fit Phoenix 6-Week Slim Down. And this book is awesome. I am so excited about it. It's something I've been sort of conceptualizing for a long time, and I published it not too long ago. It's designed to help you kickstart your healthy lifestyle. It has everything you need. All of the stuff I covered in the first episode, Mindset Matters Most, lots of workbook materials to help you with all of those things around getting clear about your intentions and your goals and why you want to lose weight or why you want to transform your body. It has workouts, it has nutrition guidelines, meal plans, and recipes and more. So you want to grab a copy of that today. Get yourself started on your healthy lifestyle. The links are in all the bios on all my socials, and it's also in the episode description of the podcast or on the YouTube channel. All right, so all that being said, let's dive into today's topic. As I mentioned a second ago, it's our fourth episode of the Creating a Healthy Lifestyle mini-series. And today we're talking about hydration and how it can help you with your weight loss or body transformation efforts, as well as your overall health. So I have some practical tips that are going to help you establish healthy hydration habits and help boost your metabolism, aid your digestion, and also support fat loss. So today specifically, I'm going to be discussing how much water to drink daily, drinking water first thing in the morning and why this habit helps jumpstart your metabolism and flush toxins out of your body, the benefits of drinking water 30 minutes before meals and how it will help control appetite, improve digestion, and increase satiety, as well as boosting up your metabolism. And then water's role in fat loss, and specifically how water breaks down stored body fat, how it improves our metabolism, and how it can help actually reduce water retention. So some of the evidence and research, some key takeaways I found in looking at this that I thought were helpful is, or just really stood out to me, is that drinking water before or just drinking water, period, can boost your metabolism by up to 30% for 30 to 40 minutes post consumption. That is impressive. We're, a lot of times we're out there like looking for these metabolism booster supplements or fat burning supplements or some other type of pill to help us, when really simply increasing our water intake can boost our metabolism up to 30%. How awesome is that? And then another study found that drinking water before meals helped the participants lose 44% more weight in a 12-week period. So just simply increasing your hydration, increasing your water intake, if nothing else, as like a habit to get started with, or maybe coupled with changing your diet to start. Those two things alone can just have amazing impacts on your metabolism and your weight loss efforts and help you reach your goals. So some tips for how you can increase your water intake, or how you can start to implement this in your day-to-day life, is drinking 16 to 20 ounces of water within 30 minutes of waking up. So just keep a bottle of water or a glass of water near your bed, so that as soon as you wake up in the morning, it's the first thing you're going to do is drink that water. Drinking a glass of water 30 minutes before each meal. And the other thing I love about this tip is it's a great way to keep you on track with your meals as well. I know one of the things that I've learned with working with women in my coaching programs is a lot of times women don't eat enough throughout the day. So you might they'll talk about forgetting to eat or being too busy to eat. And so then we tend to grab whatever is available quickly, whatever might be nearby us. And I know in previous jobs I've had in the past, that was definitely the case. We would just being in meetings back to back all day, and just too busy of a schedule. It made it really difficult to either eat healthy or just to even eat throughout the day. So having some kind of way of timing it, setting a reminder for yourself so that whenever that reminder goes off, you're going to drink that water 30 minutes before you're supposed to eat. And then that way, 30 minutes from that, you're going to, eat your meal or your snack or whatever it is. Another thing is to carry a water bottle throughout the day to ensure that you're meeting your hydration goals. I remember people used to make fun of me in my old job because I had this ridiculously huge half-gallon water jug. And actually a friend gifted it to me. And I loved that water jug, and I had it for a long time, but, I got to a point where I didn't care because, like I said, it was this job where we were back to back meeting. We never hardly had any time to do anything because it was just meeting. And I got tired of how it was affecting my ability to stay on track with my fitness goals and my health goals and stuff. So I just was like, this is perfect. I'm just going to fill this up in the morning, and I'm going to make sure I have it with me all day so that at least I know during my work day, I'm getting a half a gallon of water in, and I can, get more water in when I get home. So something like that is a great way to get more water in. So those are some tips for you. So how much water should you be drinking daily? So this is going to vary by, number of factors. It's going to, vary based on how active you are. Do you exercise regularly or not? Or do you have a physical job? What kind of climate are you living in? Is it one that's more dry and hot, where you need, you might need to drink more water to stay hydrated, versus one that's, not that way, where you might not need as much, or it might not affect you in the same way. Also things like your individual health as well as your body weight. But a good general rule of thumb is something I think a lot of us are probably familiar with, is the old, 8 ounce glasses of water every day, which would get you to a half a gallon of minimum. But some experts suggest drinking, 64 to 80 ounces, even up to half your body weight in ounces of water. I've also heard drinking your body weight in ounces of water, but again, it's going to depend on your body weight, and it's hard to say like a general rule of thumb like that isn't going to apply to everybody, because the more you go up in weight, the less this might be applicable. So the half your body weight might make more sense. Because if you think about it, a gallon of water is 128 ounces of water. And most of us would probably be just fine with drinking about a gallon of water a day as a maximum. So drinking enough water every day supports your metabolism. As I mentioned before, it boosts your metabolism up to 30%. So that alone is like amazing. And it does that. So it'll rev it up for a period of about 30 to 40 minutes after you drink the water. But water, what is it? Are we like 80% water, something like that? I'd have to go back and look. I forget what the percentage is, but our body is, mostly water. And every essential function of our body requires water. So, it makes sense that it's necessary for, a number of other reasons, but it also helps us regulate our metabolism. Water is also helpful for fat loss. So proper hydration can aid in breaking down stored body fat. And this process is known as lipolysis. So when you're dehydrated, our fat metabolism actually slows down, and that's going to stall weight loss. So when you make sure that you're getting hydrated every day, meaning you're getting that 64 to 80 ounces of water up to maybe a gallon, it's going to help you with your fat burning throughout the day as well. So just another good reason to increase your hydration. And then it also helps with appetite control. And I've talked about this before, right? Like a lot of times we eat because we feel hungry, because thirst and hunger feel very similar in our bodies. So it will help control that when you're well hydrated, because you won't be mistaking thirst for hunger and then possibly overeating. So staying hydrated is going to help prevent unnecessary snacking and overeating and things like that. So let's talk about drinking water first thing in the morning. This is a really powerful way to kind of set the tone for the day and like rev up your metabolism first thing in the morning. So I thought this was interesting. After sleeping for 6 to 8 hours, your body is actually mildly dehydrated. So starting with a glass of water replenishes lost fluids and jumpstarts the metabolism. So it may seem like such a simple or like something that wouldn't really make that big of a difference, but making sure that you're drinking 16 to 20 ounces of water first thing in the morning is actually really important for revving up your metabolism and replenishing, just like rehydrating your body after you've slept. It also flushes toxins. So when we sleep, our body undergoes the repair processes, and as part of that process, it releases toxins. So drinking water as soon as you wake up will flush those toxins out of your system. So it's also really important for that. So that way you're not like holding on to those toxins longer than you necessarily want to have them floating around in your body. Drinking that 16 to 20 ounces of water first thing in the morning is going to help get that out of your system. It also kickstarts your metabolism, boosting your metabolism first thing by drinking water first thing in the morning, and it's going to rehydrate all of your cells, which is also going to help you with absorbing nutrients from all of your food. So you're going to get more from the food that you're eating, which is also going to help with your weight loss efforts, because without that, you might not be absorbing as well as you could be. And then you might end up being, hungrier more often or craving things because you have, could be resulting in deficiencies from not getting enough water. It also will help prevent overeating later in the day. So starting your day with water curbs your appetite, and it reduces the likelihood of overeating during other meals throughout your day. So a good goal is to drink about 16 to 20 ounces of water within 30 minutes of waking up. I would say this is something I've been doing for about a week now, is to make sure that you're drinking about 16 to 20 ounces of water as soon as you wake up in the morning before you even get out of bed. So just keep water by your bed. And then another thing, I haven't been doing this as much lately because it's just been so warm here, but adding some lemon with hot water and ginger in the morning is really good too. Like it's a great way to it's a great thing to have first thing in the morning. So just making like a little tea out of lemon. I think it was doing a whole lemon and I don't know, maybe a tablespoon of fresh ginger, and then hot water. And, it's a great way to detoxify your body. So it'll boost the detoxification. It helps kind of get your liver going, and which is really good for obviously like detoxifying the body. And then drinking water for 30 minutes before meals. So another benefit to being really well hydrated and drinking water is when you drink it 30 minutes before your meals, it's going to help rev up your metabolism, because as we talked about before, it's going to rev it up to 30%, boosting it up 30%, and it's going to have that effect for a good 30 to 40 minutes. So if you drink it within 30 minutes of eating, your metabolism is going to be revved up by the time you actually eat. And that's going to help your digestive system. It's going to help burn up the whatever you're eating, and that's going to help your weight management efforts overall. And it does this in a number of ways. So one thing is it helps control the appetite, right? So there's been studies showing that drinking water before meals can actually reduce your caloric intake. And I mentioned the study earlier where it found that people who drank 16 ounces of water 30 minutes before they ate lost 44% more weight over a 12-week period compared to those who didn't do this one thing, right? So all other things the same, the group of people that included drinking water 30 minutes before they ate had 44% more weight loss in the same time frame as people who were not doing this one element. Water also improves digestion. So drinking water before meals helps activate the digestive enzymes in your digestive system. So this is going to help your stomach break the food down more efficiently, and it's also going to help your body absorb nutrients from the food that you're eating. So all of that's going to help on multiple levels with reducing your overall calorie intake, because you're going to be satisfied and satiated for longer amounts of time, which brings me to the next point, which is that it increases satiety. So it helps with the feelings of fullness, and that is also going to obviously help prevent overeating, especially if you're working on, reducing your overall food intake. So, why is hydration so helpful for fat loss? So when it comes to weight loss, drinking water does a lot more than just fill you up. It's actually a really important component to the whole process of fat loss in the body. So one of the things it does is that it breaks down fat stores. So as I mentioned earlier, it plays a really important role in lipolysis, which is basically fat burning. And it's this process through which your body burns stored body fat for energy. So you want that, right? Because you want your body to start to tap into your excess body fat and burn it off for energy, instead of like using other sources of energy first, where then you're not really making much of an impact, or maybe not as much of an impact on your body fat stores. It also supports with detoxification. So it helps your liver and your kidneys eliminate toxins, which is going to improve your overall fat metabolism and reduce water retention. And then the other thing it does is it promotes your muscle functioning. So this is especially going to help you if you are, regularly exercising and weightlifting, because the hydration is going to help your muscles perform better, which is going to help you get more bang for your buck in your workouts. In contrast, when we're dehydrated and we're weightlifting, it makes it a lot more difficult. You don't have the same endurance or the same strength levels that you might if you were well hydrated. So it can make it a lot harder to burn calories during your workouts as a result of that. And you don't want that. You want your workouts to be as effective as possible. So you want to make sure that you're well hydrated. So some practical tips for staying hydrated is, like I said, carry a water bottle. Find one you like. Find something that you can carry with you everywhere you go. There's a lot of great ones available now where you can find some that have like a strap that you can wear it on your shoulder or carry it around with you, or crossbody or something like that, or something you can keep in a backpack that you have with you wherever you're going about your day. Just something that's easy for you to carry around with you and keep with you, so that you make sure you always have your water with you wherever you go. As I mentioned, setting up reminders is a really good one. This is one of the biggest things that helped me with switching from drinking, I don't know, probably close to a 12-pack of diet soda every day to drinking only water. For the most part, that's pretty much all I drink now. And it was hard for me at first. It took me almost probably a year to get to where I was only drinking water or primarily drinking water. And one of the things that helped me the most was the reminders. And then I forget, it was like you drink 10 gulps whenever your timer goes off. And that right there is going to get you up to 17, 18 ounces of water. So that's another good practice to try to like help you get, your water in. And like I said, timing it around your meals so that you're drinking it 30 minutes before your meals, and then you're going to eat 30 minutes later. So those are all things that can help you get more water in. And then another thing that helped me a lot, because again, like when I first started drinking water, I just thought it was so boring. Like I missed my Diet Pepsi. That was my drink. And iced tea and stuff like that. And I mean, it's not like I never have those things, but I knew I had to like switch it up because I was drinking hardly any water and I was mostly drinking that kind of stuff. So one of the things I found helpful was infusing water with flavor of some sort. So there's like the flavor packets, right? You can get all these different sugar-free things you can add to your water if that helps you. But I would suggest other alternatives before going to that if you can. Something like adding cucumber, mint, berries, lemon are all good things to add. One of my favorites was lime, oranges, and cucumbers. And you just put it in a big pitcher and you let it sit in the fridge for at least an hour so that all the flavors can kind of get infused. And it's just something a little more tasty than just plain water. And you're getting added vitamins from the citrus and the cucumber, and it just makes it a little bit more of a refreshing drink. So just a suggestion, some things to try, especially if you find it hard to like get yourself to drink enough water. But like I said earlier on, hydration is one of the easiest, most natural ways to support your metabolism, boost your metabolism, and really like elevate your weight loss and body transformation efforts. Just simply drinking enough water every day, starting your morning with water and drinking before meals, you're already like adding all of these added boosts to your efforts that are going to help you a lot. So don't underestimate the power of, getting in enough water when it comes to weight loss and transforming your body. So my friends, that is what I have for you for today's episode. We'll continue the mini series on creating a healthy lifestyle next week. And I'm going to talk a little bit about supplements next week. So I'm still kind of like working on, what I'm going to go into in depth about in that episode, but that's what I'm going to talk about next week. So come back and check that out, and also follow along with the series if you're just starting with creating your healthy lifestyle today. So if you haven't, if you're just now catching it for the first time, go back to previous episodes. I believe the first one was episode 134. And it was, Mindset Matters Most. And then it all started with an episode not too long back, where I just kind of walked through the key components of creating a healthy lifestyle and what that looks like, as sort of an overarching, episode, kind of going over all the different components. So I decided to do this mini series to take a deeper dive. So the other thing, as I mentioned, is the ebook. It's going to help a lot. So like I said, if you follow everything that I've laid out in this series or in the ebook, you are going to get results. They may not be like overnight. It might not happen in like 2 weeks, but you will start to see results. And not only will you start to see results in your weight loss efforts and your body transformation, but you'll start to feel better. You'll start to have more energy. You're just going to overall feel better. And I know this because I live by it and I have helped others get good results as well. So get started today because you will thank yourself in a few months' time. So go ahead and click that link in the description to get the ebook, or just go back and follow along with this mini series if you haven't caught all of it up to this point. And as always, thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode. I will see you on Wednesday.